is Jared Sadoyan. I'm the bar manager here at the Hawthorne in Kenmore Square in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm really excited to work on this project. Artificial intelligence is not something that has made very many inroads in the restaurant and bar space compared to other sectors. So this was really interesting to me to hear about and was a very easy project for me to collaborate on. So I'm excited to do this. I went to MIT. I majored in computer science and music history. And at this point, I don't use any of it to make these really amazing cocktails in an amazing place. I fell into this backwards like most people do. I worked for a year in investment banking and decided that lifestyle wasn't my cup of tea, and while bartending on the side, realized that this was what I really enjoy doing, was serving people and working with really amazing products that are connected to particular places all over the world and particular people, and I think that's really important. So for the first drink, we're going to make a cocktail that the AI has called Beurre Nani. This is a combination of creme de cassis, cinnamon, chocolate, and red wine, which is not something that we would typically make here, but I think is potentially an interesting combination. Spices and red wine obviously go together, and chocolate and red wine have some analogs as well. So we're going to shake this cocktail. I'm going to start with an ounce of creme de cassis, which is a French liqueur. The second ingredient is an ounce of cinnamon, 1/2 of an ounce of dark creme de cacao, and 2 ounces of dry red wine. Again, not a typical cocktail ingredient, but not necessarily out of the ordinary. And then it also included a 1/4 ounce of white rum, which doesn't make any sense at all, but here we are. But this cocktail is topped with sparkling water, so I think the way to do it is to shake it and put it on ice and then put the sparkling water on top. It smells pretty nice. And we just have some sparkling mineral water on top. And it's our first cocktail. The next cocktail that we're going to make is called Eor Truy. I don't even know if that's a real word in French. It's been a few years since I've taken a French class. This is a combination of vodka and pomegranate grenadine with dark chocolate, which seems to be a theme amongst most of the recipes that the artificial intelligence put together. A little bit of cane sugar and coconut with cinnamon and then grenadine again. So it used the same ingredient twice. So this is going to be another shaken cocktail. I think we're going to use 1.5 ounces of vodka. Three-quarters of an ounce of grenadine, part 1. A 1/4 ounce of the dark chocolate. And then a full ounce of cane syrup, which is really quite a bit. I don't know why, but we'll trust the system the first time around. Then we have a 1/4 ounce of coconut liqueur. half ounce of cinnamon syrup. And then a half ounce of grenadine, part 2. So this is a lot of sweet ingredients. It's also missing citrus as a component, which I think is really important, but let's just see how this turns out. This cocktail wasn't topped with any sparkling water or anything, so I think it can just go into a coupe glass like so. And there we are. Okay, the last cocktail that we're going to put together, the artificial intelligence has named this lait de coq. I don't want to say what that means in French. This actually sounds the most like a actual cocktail. It has a citrus element, lemon juice, it has vodka in it, it has a white chocolate liqueur, so there's chocolate again, a little strange, but, and then a sweetened element, so blue curacao, which is an orange liqueur, and pomegranate grenadine, and then there's some mint in it too. The mint is a little out of place, but could be good. We eat mint chocolate ice cream and things like that, so that might actually make sense. So we'll start with like just a little bit of mint leaves in the glass. We're going to put lemon juice. This is a half ounce of lemon juice, which is not very much. Then an ounce of a white chocolate liqueur, Reyka vodka, so 1 ounce of vodka here. An ounce of blue curacao. This one might actually work out okay because this curacao is sort of higher strength and is a little bit less sweet than a lot of other triple sec and curaçaos out there, so that might help us. A half ounce of pomegranate grenadine. So this drink is now going to be like purple, I think. And we have the mint in there. So this, again, isn't topped with anything, so I don't think it's really a long drink, so I'm going to serve it again in a coupe. And citrus and syrups and whatnot in this drink, I think, makes sense to shake it. Fine strain all those little mint chunks out. That is a terrible color for a drink. And there's number 3.
So which drink are you most excited to try first?
I don't know. I mean, I think this one is just not going to be good at all because it's all sugar and no citrus, right? This has red wine, which has like an acidic element to it, which I think is interesting, and this is the one that is probably the most like a complete cocktail, but it looks really terrible. So I don't know. I guess we can start with the first drink, and then we'll just go in order.
We should try it first.
I have to be the one that tries
you
it
have
first?
to be, yeah, I don't know. We'll wait and see.
All right. So
you have the more refined palate.
Yeah, right. So this is red wine, cinnamon, chocolate, and what else is in this? A little bit of white rum and creme de cassis, so like French berry liqueur. Top with sparkling water. Wow, that's sweet. That is really sweet.
Ooh, that is really sweet, and I like sweet things.
Okay,
That is
well,
a sweet beverage.
there you go. Yeah.
So if you could improve this recipe, like what would you try first?
Well, obviously we cut back a lot of the sugar. Right? It needs a little bit more acidity too. So whether that's like lemon juice or grapefruit juice or just something just to make it a bit more sour, I think would be appropriate. Otherwise, I mean, the idea of like red wine, like it's like spiced red wine, right?
The cinnamon
Which is kind of spiced red wine makes sense. It's a thing that people drink, so just maybe not with as much sugar in it. And you might I might flip, like there's so much creme de cassis in there, and there's not very much like hard alcohol, and so flipping the two might be the way to go on that one. Okay, so number 2, this is vodka, and this is the second one, right? This is vodka grenadine, dark chocolate, just sugar, and a touch of coconut. But the prediction is that it's going to be extremely sweet. And it is. Although it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's funny how just a little bit of coconut really...
Oh, that
really
is
comes
very
through.
coconutty.
Yeah, again,
Yes,
like it
very
needs...
sweet, very, very sweet.
it needs acidity, it needs some sort of citrus juice to it, and way, way less sugar. I mean, this uses like over an ounce of grenadine and a full
2 times,
ounce.
right? There was 2.
Yeah. So like 3/4 of an ounce and then another half ounce. So it's just like, it's so much. And then like, it's not a very strong drink either, which could possibly benefit it too if you cut the sugar back and add more hard alcohol.
All right, number 3, the weird blue wine.
Okay, so this one is probably one of the, if it was a brighter blue, it would be kind of fun, but this is like such a muddy color. It looks like, I don't know, nuclear seawater.
All right, what do you think it's going to taste like?
This one actually might be the best one. I don't know, because it's like orange, white chocolate, vodka, pomegranate, and mint. Mint is like the sort of outlier that shouldn't
Wild card.
really belong here, but because there's lemon in it, and it has a little bit of acidity, it's actually like it's almost a well-balanced drink.
This one is
Right?
definitely less sweet than the other ones.
I mean, I think like this is the most balanced out of the 3.
So what would be your advice to the AI?
I don't know. The chocolate just is the one thing that just doesn't make sense, and I don't know why it has this like chocolate fetish or something, right? Like it's just weird, because this doesn't really need it. It could be like it's like a Cosmo-esque sort of drink, with vodka and curacao and citrus juice, and so the chocolate just adds this layer, this almost like dessert-like layer to it that it doesn't need, I don't think. And it's also too sweet. Not nearly as sweet as these two, but I think sugar levels across the board should be dialed down. But yeah, it's really interesting. The actual measurements that it gives are pretty nuts too, because it says like, for mint it just said 0.1 kilo of mint, which is like, what is that? That's a tenth of a kilo, so that's like 45 grams of mint, which is like that much mint. It's probably like
It's a little
45
bit
grams.
too much.
Yeah, so it seems like a little excessive, so we use less than that. We use less than that in this drink, and it's still perceptibly minty. So I don't know where it's picking up that amount from, or how it's deciding that that's an appropriate amount for the drinks.